It only fed to my theory/hypothesis that it was not supposed to be there or really lost, according to the words I used that day. But thing is, it was so weird, it still had not passed the skyscraper. Why is the plane? I was watching a video on Matrix glitch examples, like possibly the second video-ish, and saw the floating planes. I saw this out-of-place airplane where usually we do not spot one that seemed unusually slow. As we were driving toward the same direction as that plane, I was already thinking of the parallax error at that point of time, but it was very obviously not traveling the same speed as usual planes looked like. It was, in fact, closer to the ground than the usual planes were, looking huge and not supposed to be at that particular space in the sky, but in fact too close to a skyscraper. When me and my family members first spotted it, we were relatively far from that, and I pointed out, why was it going that direction? Is that plane lost or something? Then roughly another 10 minutes or so, it was still seemingly hanging, or maybe flying almost at the same spot, as we were not on a straight road. I was gauging by how close it was to the skyscraper. It only fed to my theory/hypothesis that it was not supposed to be there or really lost, according to the words I used that day. But thing is, it was so weird, it still had not passed the skyscraper. Why is the plane still there, still nearby, still not past the skyscraper? That was what confused me at my assumption of parallax error. We came a long way. There were many cars, and it was to the extent that thing was still there was the odd sensation. Any planes and parallax error explanation plausible in this situation? From a real far perspective, it was a, why was that so close to that skyscraper? Is that a lost plane or something? Can't find their way? Then as we approached, definitely minutes later, where the plane seemed so big it was scary, the plane was flying way lower than usual. There's no way a plane supposed to be moving that fast be in any form of parallax error. It had not passed the building. It should have passed the building way before we got nearer to the building. It was an estimated distance 200 m max from before getting close to the skyscraper to the plane getting past the skyscraper. The plane could travel past swiftly, be far away and gone. It used to be seconds if it were that close to the ground. I have been to the place where we see airplanes flying above our heads when they landed. The landing be a minute. Earlier they were so far and looked really tiny, then suddenly they're above and landed. That plane must have floated some few minutes, where it could have been seen stuck floating on the spot from other point of views, or just parallax error gone wrong.